What's up everyone, Stella here, filling in for Akeem, and on today's fix of entertainment news, we've got details on a couple of cancelled superhero movies, one of which involves a certain caped crusader, the other a not-so-jolly green giant. And Lin-Manuel Miranda is remaking a beloved cult classic, but not as a movie. I won't say let's drop it because that's Akeem's thing, so I guess buckle up. Once upon a time, Ben Affleck played Batman in a bunch of movies where he had to share co-billing with at least one other superhero. His debut came in Zack Snyder's Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, where he faced off against Henry Cavill's Superman. Although the movie was met with mixed reception, Affleck's performance as Bruce Wayne and Batman was considered a high point. Plans were made for Affleck to not only return as the Dark Knight in a solo movie, but the star was also slated to direct as well. This was even teased in the team-up movie Justice League, in which the post-credits scene featured Deathstroke, who was to appear in the solo Batman flick. A lot of behind-the-scenes drama ensued that effectively canned Affleck's movie, but we never found out what the movie was actually going to be about. In an interview with Inverse, filmmaker and artist Jay Oliva gave just the briefest of teases of what could have been. Oliva has worked as a director on many DC animated films and as a storyboard artist for Snyder's Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. He also did work on Affleck's Batman movie. Oliva said, quote, "Ben's story was going to cover something that had never really been covered in comics, but was building off of storylines in the Batman mythos over the last 80 years and approaching it from a new kind of perspective. It was very clever, and there were a lot of things about it that I really loved that I wish had come to fruition. I can't really say too much other than it was awesome." So not really a lot to go on, but we know it involved Deathstroke, who is a relatively late addition to Batman's 80-year legacy, making his first comic appearance in 1980. Back in 2017, Affleck gave an interview to The Direct as part of the promotional tour for Justice League, and he further teased Deathstroke as the main villain, but also hinted that we could have seen a rogues gallery of bad guys going against Batman. Affleck said, quote, "Either you do a kind of massive one villain that is so formidable you just can't imagine how your protagonist is going to be able to overcome it, or you have to really sort of populate kind of, Injustice, these big group villains where you have to get all these different characters." Deathstroke could go toe-to-toe with Batman and give him a run for his money, but given the villain's mercenary background, it's also easy to see him being part of another villain's master plan. Alas, plans for this particular film have been scrapped, so we'll never know for sure. New DC studio heads James Gunn and Peter Safran already have plans for a rebooted Batman movie, and it does not involve Ben Affleck. But maybe in another multiverse, we'd be watching Batman vs. Deathstroke, or whatever it would have been called. Who do you want to see Batman square off against in a live-action movie? Let me know in the comments. Jumping from a canceled DC movie to a Marvel one, we now have a few more details on what could have been a sequel to 2008's The Incredible Hulk. That Ed Norton one. Speaking with comicbook.com, director Louis Leterrier shared his vision for the sequel. He confirmed it was going to be further rooted in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which the first movie did via its post-credits scene featuring Robert Downey Jr., and it would have had multiple Hulks. Leterrier said, quote, "There was Grey Hulk, Red Hulks, there was a lot of good stuff that we were planning. Hulk is a complex character within the Marvel Universe. You want the primeval Hulk, the Rage Hulk, and then when you go Grey Hulk and Smart Hulk, you lose that a little bit and you get more kiddish with it. In Marvel lore, Grey Hulk is known as the Smart Hulk, which we ended up getting a version in Avengers Endgame. Red Hulk in the comics is not Bruce Banner, but General Thaddeus Ross, an adversary of Banner's and the father of his love interest, Betsy Ross. We haven't seen the Red Hulk in the MCU yet, but Ross will be appearing in the upcoming Captain America: Brave New World, played by Harrison Ford. Earlier this year, comicbook.com asked Ford if he'd be turning into the Red Hulk, to which the actor responded, "What is the Red Hulk?" But still, we're willing to bet we'll see some kind of Hulk in that flick. Switching gears for our final story, multi-hyphenate artist Lin-Manuel Miranda will be remaking Walter Hill's 1979 cult classic, The Warriors, but not into another movie. No, not even as a series for a streaming service. Yes, the cult classic 70s film about a gang running from other gangs through New York City is being reworked into a stage musical. Not a whole lot of details about the project are available, but according to Variety, a source close to Miranda has confirmed his involvement and that this version will align more closely with the original 1965 novel by Sol Urich. Still, we're hoping it'll feature a scene where someone clangs glass bottles together with their fingers. I mean, come on, it is an iconic scene.
Warriors, come on to play!
And those are your entertainment stories for today, Friday, August 4th. What are your thoughts on Ben Affleck's canceled Batman movie? Leave a comment below, and when you're done with that, check out why the original live-action Ninja Turtles movie might be the best superhero movie of the 90s over on our sister site, Cinefix. I'm Stella, and I'll see you next time.